Welcome to the Women's Spirit Festival and another episode of the Women's Spirit Show. I am here with Liz Forrest, who's absolutely incredible. I'll tell you about her in just a moment, but I am super thrilled personally. This woman is absolutely incredible. Liz, I'm so excited to be here with you as always.
Me too. Very
What are you
excited.
thinking about this community and the festival so far?
Oh my gosh, it's hard to put into words. It's incredible. It's motivating. It's passionate. It's really uplifting, especially in this time that we're in. Of a lot of chaos, a lot of separation, all the things that we know. And this platform brings us together in such a way of global consciousness. I'm so appreciative, and I can't find enough time to listen to all the people on it and what they're offering.
Right?
It's amazing.
Incredible community. I love hearing you say that right now is an important time for this event to be happening because of the chaos. We'll dive into that. But everybody, let me introduce you to Liz Forrest, one of my favorite teachers on the planet. She's a master shamanic teacher, a guide, healer, firewalk instructor, and she was introduced to the Toltec path by the legendary Don Miguel Ruiz. So if you know who that is, everybody, maybe put 4 in the comments down below because you all know the book, 4 Agreements, the author of the 4 Agreements. And she was also mentored by the dynamic Bernadette Vigil, author of The Mastery of Awareness. So Liz has walked the path with some incredible teachers, and she brings so much wisdom. Liz honed her skills as an apprentice for 10 transformative years. And in 1996, she was given permission to begin her groundbreaking journey as a teacher, evolving ever since. So Liz has been in this deep work, everyone, for decades. And I know when I sit with a teacher who's been doing this work for a long time, because there's a depth and a wisdom. And Liz, you hold that. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Elizabeth, so much. Thank you. And I want to send blessings out to Don Miguel Ruiz Sr. and Doña Bernadette Vigil, and also Don Valentin Cervantes, who is a wisdom carrier in the village of San Sebastian, which is in Teotihuacan. He has also been teaching me for many years. So blessings, blessings, wherever you folks are.
Thank you for bringing that in and honoring the teachers and honoring the teachings. It's what we need. Can we dive into what we were talking about right away, like right into the deep end, chaos, like what's happening on the planet and why we need to be gathering in this way or listening to teachings? And what do you see has been going on? You've been in this world for a long time, seeing the teachings and seeing the world evolve and all of it. So what do you see going on in this chaos, and what can we do?
Deep question. Don't know if we have enough time, but I will. I'll give you my senses and my heart on that. It can be a fearful time, and yes, there's things to be afraid of for sure. And also, I feel it's such a transformative, transitionary breakthrough time as well. Synchronistically, and that's where I put my energy. Is there. And, the Women's Spirit Festival is, one example, and there's many examples out there of people working together to shift their consciousness so that they can walk in the world in a good way and be part of the solution rather than part of all the problems, and continue to go forward. I know we all have our days and our times where we can feel like, we're feeling it. We may feel, upset, depressed, oppressed. And then allow ourselves to have those feelings. I put a timeline on it for myself. And then, as a light worker, I keep going forward. And I feel it's my responsibility. And I'm really grateful to be alive and on the planet at this time. And I really pray I'll be around quite a bit longer to see how this transitionary time is going to unfold. Yeah.
I like that you said it's how we look at it, because otherwise we, as light workers, we're sensitive, we can see it, we can feel it. Otherwise we would actually get under the weight of it and just feel the negative parts. But it's a transformative time as well. Like chaos can be something that leads to, on the other side, exactly what we need. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Now you teach Toltec shamanism, and this is ancient. So tell us about what it is, its ancient roots, and also how it relates to what we need right now on the planet. Start at the beginning. What is Toltec shamanism?
Oh, Toltec shamanism. It's a study of perception. And the Toltecs were and are, still are, a group of people who strove to be conscious, group of astrologers, astronomers, mathematicians. I mean, if you've ever been to the pyramids in Teotihuacan, it's that's it. That's the vision. And they were a thriving community, and they were a foundation, really, of Central Mesoamerica for from 200 to 700 AD. In history books, there's some fluctuation around those dates. Those are the ones that I've learned. And the study of Toltec shamanism is the study of perception. So it's about emphasizing our self-awareness and our spiritual awakening to set us on our path of personal freedom. And the energy practices and specific ceremonies and dreaming practices, the student learns how to reclaim themselves fully from their past beliefs that no longer serve, and also to heal the traumas that we all carry. And this enables us to live in alignment with our true nature and our most authentic self when we unravel those limitations that we've all learned through our own domestication and life experience. And the Toltec path is deeply rooted. It's rooted in the earth, the cycles of nature, the elements, and really important, our interconnectedness to all that. Yeah, not separate, part of. And I want to say in my own training and initiations, I feel so blessed that, Don Miguel Ruiz, he really brought these teachings into contemporary times. We don't have to be cloistered away in ashrams or pyramids. We're walking in the world and doing all the things that we do. And so I really feel that was his gift. That is his gift to bring these teachings in so we integrate them into our modern day world. And then Don Valentin Cervantes, much more traditional shaman and knowledge carrier that I've also studied with pretty much the same time. So I've had that great blessing of both. And so for me, that has really given me such a strong foundation in learning these practices and also passing them on, which I've been doing for almost 30 years to many, many people now.
And I'm somebody like you is passing them on from the depth that you have. Because, yeah, we need it. And it's interesting to me that it's such an ancient thought system about our perception, and everybody, even now, we need it. We need it more than ever, and everybody's into it and learning it, and it's just as relevant now. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's just as relevant now as it was 1,500, 2,000 years ago.
Yes, the ancient teachings, truth is truth, yeah. And we need these teachings. I mean, my path this is my path. I know I've known for a long time, and of course there's other paths, but we need these teachings and this kind of what am I trying to say here? The shift in our own perceptions, just like what we were talking about earlier. Rather than going into the fear of the chaos, shift the perception, our own perception, to a more expansive view. Step back from here and look at the expansion of what's happening. And there is so much good happening as well. And that's, of course, shamanism is about energy. So that's where I direct, and my community, we direct our energy into the light, into the good, into how we can continue to elevate our own consciousness.
If somebody is watching and they're feeling like they're new on this path and they're looking at their own healing, like that shift in perception of like, oh, this thing happened, into the broader perspective. Here they are. Welcome everybody into our Women's Spirit community. I hope you're getting so much out of all of our teachers and expanding in your own hearts. It's wonderful. So if somebody was here, how do they, if they're feeling like, oh, but I'm in pain, this trauma happened, how do they start to open to that shift? Because we can say, you shift your perspective, but we know this is a journey. So what do you recommend?
We do. And it's not a quick fix. And I say that in all my all my courses that I offer. It's not at the end of 3 months and you've got it all. This is a life path. And the first steps to that, and this is in my gift that I'm going to offer at the end, is to learn how to love ourselves. Okay, if we can't do love, like ourselves. Yeah, that's the first step, is to like ourselves a little bit more than maybe we are liking ourselves in this moment. And then once we can start to work with liking ourselves and accepting rather than judging the things that we're carrying from our past, then really the first steps of this path is to then clean up the past. We call it cleaning up. I call it reclaiming. It's reclaiming ourselves from those places, from the places of pain, trauma, our domestication. Yeah, different things that we've learned that we know are no longer serving, but they're habitual, and how do we lay them down? And this is in this practice, we learn how to unravel that. Really, it's unravel and allow those beliefs to be put to rest. And then we step in more and more and more into our true self, our true nature.
Yeah, I love that you use the word reclaiming. So that's what it feels like. It's not like I have to be something that I'm not or something different, or it's reclaiming who I am at my essential nature. And there's so much peace when I go there.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's a reclaiming of who I really am. Ah,
Yeah.
I hope that everybody watching can start to feel that. Am I on the right track when I'm feeling like reclaiming, like I'm really resonating with that? It feels so good.
Yes, definitely reclaiming, and that is a word that I use. It's like, it's kind of, maybe you've heard some of these terms about smoky mirror and, clearing away that smoke, that fog, and then, we step into our own presence. And it's not about, I like to emphasize this, especially for people that are newer to this practice. It's not about, getting rid of the old and it's all bad. No, in fact, we change that language. It's neither good nor bad. It's our experience and it's part of our story. But here's the thing, we are not our story. We're not our story. We're more than our story. Yeah, our story, things happened, absolutely, and we respect that. And sometimes, and I'm going to bet we've all felt this, sometimes the most painful experiences that we have had, we realize were our biggest teachers. Yeah, they led us to where we are now in our most true nature and our most loving self.
This is so true. Everybody write the word teacher in the comments down below if some of your biggest challenges, whether it be a situation, health challenge, or a person in your life, write the word teacher if you know that it's been a teacher for you. And that's what you were talking about in the beginning. It's a perspective, perception, like a shift of how we can see something. It's a
Yes.
teacher rather than something that's going to take me out and not let me move forward. True.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And on this path, the we don't call them totems, but the guides, the animal guides that are really powerful in this practice. And I'll say when you come to Teotihuacan with me, Elizabeth, and whoever else would like to do that, you'll see that there. You'll see the jaguar walking on the earth. Okay, the jaguar walks on the earth, and so do we. And the jaguar is a very, well, they say the most impeccable predator on the planet. And so the jaguar walks on the earth, and that's what we hone is our impeccability of ourselves. And then the eagle from above, more expansive view. And so we work with both the jaguar on the earth, the eagle from above, with ourselves. Yeah. So we're stalking ourselves, we're our predator, and we are the prey. It's really amazing when you kind of get that perception. Yeah. So we're healing ourselves with the highest respect and the most love. We move away from that victimizing and that judging. And again, it's not an overnight fix. And here's something else I want to say, really. I've been teaching for all these years, and now the people that come in, we're in our own evolution, which we know. My students now, they get it. They get it so much quicker than 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Maybe you're noticing that too, Elizabeth. It's like it goes in and the shifts happen way faster than they used to. It's really incredible.
Really is. It gives me a lot of hope
Yeah.
that we can move beyond even the like, oh, I'm healing my trauma and I'm in this thing, but beyond it into what we're really here to do. And it's exciting. I see it happening. I see it happening in myself. Like Liz, I thought, and I know, I remember when I was like 18, I was like, I'm healed. Like took some courses and I was like, and then I realized, oh no, this is a lifelong journey. So I knew this is a lifelong journey. But just in the last year or so, I've noticed levels of awareness
Hmm.
happening in my own self. I feel like I'm a baby on the path again. Do you notice this in your students and people as well? I'm just like, yes, shifts are happening so rapidly, and everybody around me as well. And my students are like, everybody's like much quicker. But even in me, I'm like, there's a whole new level of awareness.
Yes.
Tell me about this. Can you help me interpret this?
I'll try. I mean, we're all in our evolution, and and
Yeah.
especially those of us that strive. We continue to grow. We continue to look for ways to grow and be that. And so, otherwise we wouldn't be doing the things that we're doing. You and I and all the people here. Yeah, we'd be doing something else, which is great. It's so great. Whatever you're doing is perfect.
Isn't it
Yeah,
fun
for
that
me,
we play
huh?
around in these energetic and spiritual realms? Like this is our path. This is our playground, our path, our dharma. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and to continue to strive for that and also to hold beginner's mind, right? We can always learn more and always be more. I say let's be the best humans we can be. And for me, the best human I was 2 years ago, different than now. Yeah, hopefully, hopefully I continue till my last breath, striving to be better, the
Yeah.
best. Keep
That
doing the
reminds
work.
me of what you said about the jaguar with impeccability. Can you describe a little bit like the best humans we can be and what it means to be impeccable?
Yeah, being impeccable, that's a lifelong practice for sure. Um, and First Agreement of Don Miguel Ruiz's, incredible, really breakthrough book, uh, is to be impeccable with our word, okay? Be impeccable with our word. And then deeper, be impeccable with our actions, be impeccable with our thoughts. And the jaguar symbolizes that for us. I mean, if you've ever had the great fortune of seeing a jaguar in the wild or, on a film or, even our own house cats, they're so aware of what's in front of them, what's beside them, what's behind them, what's above them all the time, right? So if you kind of turn that mirror inward for yourself to be more impeccable with, coming through with what you say, most basic. Yeah, and then you start to work with how you think about yourself or other people. What actions do you take? Are they, frivolous actions? Are they actions you think later, wish I hadn't done that, or done it in a different way? So our awareness grows. The first mastery of the Toltec path is the mastery of awareness. Yeah, that's where we start, right? To become aware. And so bit by bit, to be more impeccable. It's like stepping into witness of yourself. Again, moving back a little bit and stepping into witness of yourself and how you walk in the world. Yeah. And what parts do you see that you'd like to strengthen? Let's say that you'd like to strengthen
I
and
like that
and
you
work
said
with
that
that.
you like to strengthen, not like to fix or change, but
No.
parts you want to strengthen. This is,
Yeah.
yeah, really powerful. Okay. Little shift, Teotihuacan, Mexico. We need to talk about this. And it's all part of it. You lead sacred journeys and have been for many, many years, and you have access to things that typical tourists do not. And this is really special. I want to know, I've been dreaming about being there with you for a long time. And you said it just now, and I was like, this fall might be the time. Okay, so tell us
Ah.
more about Mexico.
I just appreciate you so much. I'd so love to share it with you whenever that happens. Teotihuacan, the home of the Toltecs. And it's in central Mexico. It's an hour out of Mexico City. And I was initiated in 2004. So yeah, over 20 years ago now, to take my groups through the ceremonies and practices that the ancestors walked before for generations through the pyramid site. And it's a life-altering experience. And for me, every time I go, I whatever is inside me that needs to come up and be healed, whether I'm aware of it or not, arises. And that is really one of the potent experiences that I have myself. I always go early to prepare and be with my teacher there and prepare for the groups that are arriving and do my own work. And every time that is true. And everyone tells me that. People go with us with an intent to heal something or change something, and people have changed their lives 360 after a power journey to Teo. And sometimes maybe they just change one thing. or they have a big realization about themselves because we're immersed. It's a 6-day immersion into the energies there, into the energies, which are very powerful, and into the practices where it's like in living prayer for the whole time that we're there. And we're looked after beautifully by our family there. And also, I really like to work with intimate groups. I take small groups. I don't take 40 or 50 people. I take small groups because I want that intimacy. And also, my teacher there, Don Valentin Cervantes, he invites us into his home and to different ceremonies that wouldn't be possible for a big group to participate in. And I go twice a year, and my favorite time to go, can I say that? Okay, one of my favorite times to go is in October. It's over the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos time. And so we are honoring our ancestors, which is really like a pilgrimage. And this little village that we stay in is, alive. It's alive with honoring ancestors and with celebration, with prayer, with reverence, with food, with song, all of it. It's the most immaculate time to be there. And so I really welcome all of you anytime to come and join me there. It's an extraordinary experience. I have people who just go with me every year.
Yeah.
Well, one of my students, she's gone with me 20 years in a row or something. I mean, she just goes when it's happening, she's on, and she says she gets her recharge. She goes and remembers. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, we have to do a separate thing. If you're interested in going on this sacred power journey with the Liz Forrest to Mexico, Teotihuacan, let's have them put in Mexico, just in case they don't know how to spell Teo. Put in Mexico in the comments. Liz will come back here and she'll chat with you about that. But you also have a gift for everyone. Let's talk about that.
I have a gift. It's the 3 practices of self-love. And so what we were talking about just a few minutes ago, Elizabeth, where do we start? And also, of course, where do we continue? Because sometimes we know we can just go, I say, go to sleep for a minute, and then we wake up and remember, oh yeah, okay, I need to strengthen my practices of self-love. And so I have a PDF that I've made for you, and I would love to offer that to you. And maybe you could just put gift. Does that sound good, Elizabeth?
I'm going to ask you what the magic word is. Put gift in the comments.
Yeah. And then I'll get back to you and I will send it to you. Yeah.
Gift is the word to put in the comments, everyone. You put Mexico in a few minutes ago, but put gift in the comments. Let's look at these practices. And I love that you said earlier, that's where it starts, which is that self-like and then self-love, self-awareness.
Yeah.
Like that happens in the love, and these practices are going to help everyone. So thank you for those. Put gift in the comments right now, everyone, to access that. And Liz, as we start to wrap up our time together, what's a practice that these women could do now, today, something simple?
Take yourself outside, even if it's raining or snowing or sunshine, wherever you are, bundle up if it's cold, and go outside and ground yourself into the earth. Just stand on the earth, not on cement. Find some dirt if you're in the city. If you can get out in nature, that's even better. And ground yourself down through the soles of your feet. Connect. Use your visualization. It's our greatest tool, our imagination. Just ground yourself, root into the earth. And then with your arms, bring up and bring down sky energy, universal energy to your heart. So you're connected to both. Really simple. I can already feel just that few seconds there. My heart.
You don't even have to be outside to do it. It's already.
Yeah. You don't have to be outside. If you cannot go outside, do it inside. Yeah, that's what I can offer you.
Thank you. And I'm going to do that when I go outside later and put my feet on the actual earth because I feel it. So I like that you said, even if it's cold or snowing, like if we can get outside and get our bodies onto the earth in some way, feet or our hands, it helps. Yeah.
We need that. We need, talking about the chaos, we need that. We need to be connected to what's real. Yeah. And the earth is real. Yeah. The Mother Earth is real. And so connect as much as you possibly can as we maneuver our way through these times.
All right. Be connected to what's real, everyone. If you love this, if you love this conversation, just put thank you in the comments down below or put something that you gained out of it. How we give rounds of applause to our incredible speakers is by you all putting comments in. This is how we know that you're connecting with us. And also invite someone to this group who you know should be connecting with Liz and all of these teachings that you're seeing here. Now, Liz, you have other talks going on inside of the event as well. Do you want to tell everybody about those?
Yes, please. Yeah, my talks are this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And I'm going to teach. I'm going to teach you in two parts. Part one, you're going to learn the practice of stalking, S-T-A-L-K, stalking like the jaguar stalks, just like we were talking about earlier. So you're going to learn how to reclaim your energy from your past. You're going to bring it present. And then the next day, on Sunday, I'm going to teach you how to release other people's energies that you are carrying around with you, unless you've learned how to release them. Yeah, I'll talk more about that in the teaching. So you'll leave with the practice. You'll be able to do it. I love it when my students can go, they don't just listen to me talk, they have an experience, and then they take it with them. So that's what I'll be teaching. I'll be teaching stalking, reclaim, release, and transform, Saturday and Sunday.
Reclaim, release, and transform. I like that you're doing it as a teaching and a practice for everybody here to take out and actually do. Because it's one thing to just sit here in front of our computers and go, oh yeah, that's cool info. But to drop in and go, let's actually reclaim the parts of my life that need to be reclaimed and step forward in present time. Oh, thank you. We need this. Everyone, thank you so much for being here with us. And Liz, thank you for offering your gifts and for walking this path with such dedication and impeccability for so many years so you can bring the teachings of your teachers through. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I love you so much. And thank you for all that you do. And thanks to everybody out there who's listening and watching. I can't wait to meet you. And take good care of yourselves. I send you all my love.
Thank you. And anything else you want to finish with? What do you want everybody here to remember or know?
Remember who you are. Simple. Remember who you are. You're not your story. You're not your past. You are who you are. So remember that.
Thank you. Remember who you are, everyone. Thank you for watching this. Thank you again, Liz, for being here. Everybody put some more comments down below. Use that little search tool at the top of wherever we are. We're in Women's Spirit Collective. Use that little search tool, type in Liz Forrest, and you will find all of her other videos, whether they're here yet or they're in process. You'll find everything else that she's done, and you can take in those teachings and enjoy. And I hope that you've enjoyed this episode, the Women's Spirit Show. Again, thank you, Liz, and thank you everybody for watching and being here.